Welcome back, once again adventurers, to Let's Play BlazBlue Calamity Trigger. In the last episode, Tao completely shirked her duties to the Elder, much to the chagrin of the Kaka clan kittens, and, while frolicking about, inadvertently fell down a very large hole that led to the sewers, where she encountered Litchi and Arakune, unaware of the fact that Litchi was trying to actually communicate with Arakune. But due to this distraction, Arakune knocked Litchi unconscious and Tao was forced to deal with him. But fortunately, despite defeating him, Tao managed to let him go rather than kill him outright, something which Litchi is eternally grateful for. Unfortunately, the situation has gone from bad to worse because we're in the Cauldron Cathedral. Not the Cauldron Cathedral, because the cathedral is at the top of Kagutsuchi, and which is the inner world's base of operations here. We're in the Cauldron Chamber, where upon the Murakuma unit, New 13 is currently in her slumber. And Ragna the Blood Edge, the SS-class criminal, is definitely on his way here to destroy the Cauldron.
It's such a strange place. I've never seen this before. I wonder where we are.
Word of advice to you there, Tao. Never go on a shortcut ever again.
It can't be. The NOLs.
And unlike Tao, Litchi understands full well the predicament that they were in here.
I had not expected to see the two of you.
And likewise, you were the last person that I was expecting to see here. It would have made sense if Ragna or Anu showed up, but, well, yeah. Hello, Hakumen.
Meow! Weirdo!
You? Hakumen?
Yeah, and once again, Litchi realizes the scope of the danger that we are now in. Congratulations.
You must carry many sins.
And Hakumen can sense the corruption from the boundary that flows through Litchi Fei-Ling. As Litchi can now tell, judging from that expression on her face.
You look pretty cocky. I don't think I like you.
And Tao is pretty much oblivious to all this, as usual.
A relic of an age gone by. Huh. It bears little resemblance to the original.
Yeah, there is something that you should actually know about Tao and the Kaka clan as a whole. Long story short, they are not a natural part of the world as such. They are in fact, well, I would say clones or genetic replicas or something like that, but even that is not entirely the full story there. But the original that Hakumen is referring to is none other than Jubei of the 6 heroes whom Tao has encountered before.
The what of what? What?
Not that Tao is aware of any of this, mind you. And I don't think Litchi is up to explaining all this to Tao.
How pathetic. You do not even know the reason you exist.
That is, well, to be brutally honest, I won't argue with you there, Hakumen. Because Tao doesn't know the reason for a lot of things, unfortunately. As to why the Kaka exist in the first place, well, we may or may not find the reason for that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you, booby lady?
Ah, Tao, your innocence truly knows no bounds.
We're in trouble.
Trouble is putting it very mildly there, Litchi. We're fighting one of the most dangerous individuals on the planet. That's not Ragna the Blood Edge. Taukaka was pretty sure Litchi knew something about what was going on, but she just mumbled to herself and wouldn't tell Taukaka anything. Maybe when we're back in safety, she will.
Meow! What's the matter, Meow?
Safety being the operative word in this situation.
You should talk so Tao can understand you. I don't like you.
And it seems that Hakumen has gotten on Tao's bad side. Not that he cares one bit.
Let me see your true power, little abomination.
And once again, I'm not looking forward to this, because I do not like fighting Hakumen at all. Tao may be formidable when it came to the previous opponents, but fighting Hakumen is a challenge in and of itself.
Rebel. One.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. I will spam this move as long as I have to against Hakumen. Get back here. I'll bite your ankles. No, no. Back here, Hakumen. And I'm lucky I dodged that. And unfortunately... Oh, you know, you could join in too, Litchi. Not gonna lie! I'm not doing too well! Come on. I will spam this as long as I have to. Okay. It was better that it used Infinity rather than Judgment Scroll there.
That's right. Tao wins.
Yeah, we actually managed to pull a victory from the jaws of defeat, because if Hakumen had used well, he had successfully used Retribution Infinity, which not only powers his attacks but also allows him to use all his other distortion drives without having to waste any Magatamas, which definitely would have been terrible news for us. But even though we defeated Hakumen, we haven't beaten him outright.
The DNA of the cat has stood you in good stead.
Once again, thanking Jubei for this one, but even though Jubei is considered by many, including Hakumen, to be the most powerful creature in existence, as he said earlier, Taukaka is, well, not even a shadow of Jubei's true power.
It can't be. I beat you up just now.
Yeah, because we beat him up doesn't mean that we've won.
But you are still far less than the original. Your blows are as flies landing on my armor.
True that, and speaking of your armor, it is actually pretty ornate, not to mention unique.
This isn't looking too good, Meow. We gotta get out of here, booby lady.
Yeah, because Hakumen can pretty much slice us 3 ways from Sunday.
I know.
Yeah, we need to leave now.
I did not foresee that they would be able to escape. A side effect of the distortion, perhaps. Huh. Interesting.
Could it be an effect of the time phenomenon, Hakumen? Or could it be that you actually truly chose to let them go, after all?
We should be safe now. Wait a minute. Where are you, booby lady?
And it seems that Tao has gotten separated from Litchi. Litchi was nowhere to be seen, and they rushed to escape Hakumen. Tao, Kako, and Litchi have been separated.
I wonder if booby lady is all right now. I guess I'll head back home for now.
As soon as we figure out a way to do that, Tao, that would be great. And it's, oh, that precious save.
Meow. I thought it was the village, but I've come to a strange place. Meow.
That is the port of Kagutsuchi, owned and operated by the NOL. Not that Tao would know that. Tao Kako had wandered all the way to a town called Fifth Avenue. She didn't know that, of course. She had no idea where she was.
Everywhere I look, there are strange buildings. I wonder which direction Tao should go now.
Well, if you remember in another event, this is where Tao ran into Lieutenant Noel Vermillion of the NOL.
Meow! Excuse me, lady over there. Can I ask you for directions?
Could it be that that sequence of events is about to repeat itself? The woman looked up from the machine she was tinkering with to examine Tao Kaka. That doesn't sound like Noel.
One of the Kaka kittens. What are you doing here?
Lo and behold, it's Kokonoe of Sector 7.
Oh, you know who I am, Meow? Do I know you, Tail Lady?
Those are two very interesting questions for you, Tao. I think I can answer them myself. Yes to the first, no to the second. And of course, Tao hasn't yet realized that Kokonoe has two tails, which is rather interesting, which, considering the fact that she is the daughter of Jubei himself.
I'm Kokonoe.
But, well, Kokonoe has never been one for small talk.
Seriously, though, why is someone from the Kaka clan on the upper level? You guys aren't supposed to leave Lost Town. You're gonna be in some deep shit if the library finds out.
And I think that much like Hakumen and Litchi, Kokonoe knows more about the Kaka clan than Tao will ever know.
To answer why Tao is here, Meow, I'm not sure.
Yeah, safe to say we're lost. That's pretty much sums it up.
Huh. Guess you didn't inherit any of your progenitor's intelligence. Oh man, I hope you weren't intentionally created without a brain.
Yeah, Kokonoe's words there match up with Hakumen's, although, well, I had to open old wounds myself, but that's kind of a case of the pot calling the kettle black.
Is that something delicious?
And once again, Tao thinking of food at a very unusual time.
Never mind. So you lost or something?
That should have been obvious right from the start.
Meow, now that you mention it, I think I may have gotten lost. That's gotta be right. Tao got lost, Meow. Wait a minute, lady, is that tail...
It seems that Tao has finally noticed what should have been obvious. It was then that Tao Kaka noticed that Kokonoe had not one but two tails, as well as what appeared to be a pair of cat ears sprouting out of her head.
Meow! You are Kaka too?
In a matter of speaking, no.
No, not really. Explaining it's gonna be a bitch. I guess you can think of me as a kind of relative of the Kaka clan.
Yeah, that's probably the best way of putting it.
Wow, a relative meow. People with tails are never bad. We'll be friends now.
Somehow I doubt it, especially as far as Kokonoe is concerned.
Well, you're energetic at least. Maybe it wouldn't do too much damage to you then. All right, hold on a minute. I think I can send you back to the village.
Perhaps this is something to do with the contraption that you've been working on.
You'll send me home, meow? Tao will do anything.
Well, given the fact that you have the ability to teleport Hakumen on a whim, that's a teleporter would actually be fairly useful. Kokonoe gave Tao Kaka a smirk and pointed to the machine she'd been working on. It was a big, complicated thing, and there was a tube sticking out of it that was big enough for a person to get in. If Tao Kaka had known what a cannon was, she would have thought that Kokonoe's machine looked just like one. Wait a minute, is Kokonoe actually building an actual cannon in the middle of Kagutsuchi?
Get into that tube.
Like this?
Tao Kaka scrambled up the side of the machine and hopped into the tube. It was nice and dark and quiet inside. It occurred to Tao that the tube might be a good place for a nap, and it occurred to me that the tube that Tao's in is not a good place for a nap.
Meow. This
But that's
tube
me.
isn't bad at all, meow. So what's next, lady?
Well, I can only infer two things from this. Either Tao is going to be teleported, or she's actually going to be shot out like a cannonball.
Oh, all you need to do is sit there. All right, on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go!
And it seems that Kokonoe is the typical scientist when it comes to experiments. And it looks like point for the cannon.
Huh. I was sure she could handle a dimensional shift, but I guess she's not in top form just yet.
If you consider being shot into the sky a dimensional shift, you really need to work on your mechanisms there, Kokonoe.
Well, the angle and the speed are good, so she should be fine. Hope that hole she's boring through Orient Town isn't going to cause any problems.
Yeah, that would actually be a very unfortunate thing. A screaming meteor named Tao Kaka shot through the buildings of the hierarchical city, leaving destruction in its wake before finally embedding itself in the plaza of the Kaka village.
What's going on?
And it seems that Litchi has managed to return to Lost Town before Tao, thus not getting sidetracked.
There's a big hole in the ceiling. Something fell from the sky. There are still lots of things falling from the hole.
Yeah, I think that that is a pretty big hole that Tao has caused.
It's shrimp, crab, fish. A chunk of ham, sausage, jerky, fruit, almond jelly, meat buns.
Looks like all manner of food is falling through the hole that Tao has wrought. Sunlight streamed through the hole Tao Kaka had torn in the metal plate covering the village. Rays of light filtered through the dust she'd thrown up with her landing.
It's the sun. The sun.
Well, come to think of it, it is now unusually bright for Lost Town.
Hooray! It's so warm. It's blinding, but it's pretty. Let's make this place our playground. Yeah, let's do that.
It seems that the Kaka kittens have no qualms about what's unfolding before them.
Oh, hey! Isn't that Tao over there?
Yeah, we should probably tend to her. The thing the kitten pointed at was struggling desperately to pull its head out of the ground. After a minute or so of work, it finally succeeded, landing hard on its backside as Taokaka's head popped out of the hole in the ground.
That was one awful fall, Meow.
Are you all right, Tao?
It would certainly seem so. I think we can say all's well that ends well.
Booby lady, look who's here. Tao's fine, Meow. See? So, why are you in the village, Booby lady?
We got separated on the way here, right? I wanted to make sure you made it home safely, so I came here.
Well, it's a good thing you did.
Oh, really? Tao's just fine, Meow. A kind lady with pink hair and a tail at some strange place sent me home, like kaboom!
Yeah, like a cannonball.
A lady with pink hair and a tail?
If Taokaka had been paying attention, she might have noticed that Litchi seemed to know who the pink-haired woman had been. But there was food falling from a hole, and that was much, much more important. At least to Taokaka. Yeah, it's suffice to say that Litchi knows precisely who Kokonoe is.
It's a good day! Food falling from the sky! Nice going, God, Meow! Let's all pick it up and eat!
Yeah, something tells me that if Kokonoe ever heard somebody refer to her as God, her ego complex might shoot through the roof.
Yay!
Litchi sighed and looked up at the gaping hole above them, trying to work out what Taokaka had smashed through on the floor above.
If I remember correctly, that's where the pantry for the liquor shop used to be. It's unfortunate to be them.
Yeah, interesting of your use of the words used to be, considering the fact that Tao has completely destroyed it upon her re-entry. Well, at least we can't let this food go to waste.
But I heard that they fudge expiration dates on their products, so I guess it's punishment from above.
Wait, wouldn't that imply that some of the food isn't actually as good as it should be?
Oh, it's all so delicious, Meow. Hey, don't fight over there, you three.
But then again, food is food, Taokaka.
Yay!
And there is definitely plenty of it.
The village is so peaceful today, too. It's all thanks to Tao.
And Tao once again taking the credit and the glory for this random turn of events, as usual. And that is the true end of Taokaka Stories, Innocent Heart. Quite more light-hearted compared with some of the stories of the other characters thus far, but I believe now is the time to end this episode of Let's Play BlazBlue Calamity Trigger. And when we return, we shall be exploring the other characters' stories in order to further explore the world of BlazBlue Calamity Trigger and try and piece together the mystery that lies beyond and behind the scenes as well. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.